Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to take a look at this killer riff from the mighty Judas Priest. This is Panic Attack is the name of the tune from their brand new album Invincible Shield, which just came out in the last couple weeks. And this is a killer tune. I'm going to show you how to play that spacey sounding intro lead guitar thingy that Richie Faulkner does, as well as a few of the riffs from the song. This one is classic Judas Priest. This kind of reminds me of back to the Painkiller days. Just right in your face. Great stuff. I am tuned down a half step for this, as does the Priest. These days they tune down to E flat standard for most things. So low E string for reference. Just in case you're not sure what E flat tuning is, tune your whole, if you're in standard tuning, you tune the entire guitar down one half step. So every string down a half step, and then you're in E flat standard tuning. Pretty common tuning for a lot of hard rock and metal back in the day, and also currently. So good to know that stuff. So we're going to get going on this in just a second. Down below in the description box you'll find a link to the tab for this. The tab will be in my on my Patreon page. So if you're interested in having the tab and something to reference as you learn this, go to Patreon and you can snag the tab. Also, there's a free sweep picking guide down below called Sweep Picking Bootcamp. So make sure and check that out. Today I'm using my trusty Frankenstein guitar. This was actually a Warmoth neck from 1987 or 1988. Man, this goes way back. And it's a replacement neck for the original guitar. This is the original body. It's an old Kramer Focus 3000, I think it was, with the Floyd Rose, left-handed. Saw it sitting on the in the music store in Memphis, Tennessee. Got this baby down off the wall and said, "Mama, please buy me this guitar." And she did. So God bless Mom for buying me this guitar. I changed the pickups out since then, and it probably needs a refret and all sorts of stuff. But I keep this one in E flat tuning. That's why I'm using it, especially. Plus, it's fun to play every once in a while. So, gotta love the old reverse hockey stick headstock here. Alright, so just in case you're wondering, like, there's no brand name on this, that's what it is. It's an old Warmoth neck. So, let's talk about this. Now, we're gonna start this out with sort of this lead guitar thing. First the keyboard comes in, and then the lead guitar doubles it. So, it's a pentatonic sequence, E minor pentatonic. And it goes like this. You'll recognize the sequence right away because you hear this in a lot of different songs. Okay, it's got a little ending there. It's different from the sequence. Okay, so the sequence goes like this slow. Okay, it does that 3 times, and then it has a different part that ascends. But let me show you this. So 15th fret on the high E. I'm kind of rolling my fingers here so you don't get the ringing together thing going on. So it's 15 on the high E and 15 B. And then 12 and 12 high E and B. 15 B and then 14 G. There's a little bit of a vibrato there, so you'll find that on 2 of these notes there's a little accent. There's one of them, and then the sequence continues. This time we're starting on the 12th fret and descending, so it's 12 high E, 12 B, 15 B, 14 G, and 12 B, 12 G. So we have this. So here's those two put together. Now right after that comes 15 on the B, 14 G, 12 B, 12 G, and then 14 on the G, 14 D. So rolling again. Okay, one more time. Ending goes like this: 12 11 on the G, 12 D, 14 A, and a quick hammer on from 12 to 14 on the D. There's your root note. That's the whole first part. So this is the part that repeats 3 times. So let me do that kind of in a slow tempo here. Okay, and then the last part goes like that, kind of jumps around up the neck. So it goes. So now we're ascending, but we're playing another sequence. Like that. So it goes 12G, 14D, 14G, 12G. Let's say. Then 12B, 14G. So that first part goes like this: 12G, 14D, 14G, 12G, 12B, 14G. And by the way, if you're having trouble with this, it's tricky to play. So I'm using alternate picking for all of this. You might find a way to economy pick it maybe, or add in some pull-offs and stuff, but I think alternate picking is the way to go in this. Now that part goes, and this is 15 12 on the B, 12 high E, 12 B, 15 high E, 12 high E. So that ascending part has 2 sequences. Then we're going to jump up here, and this is 17 on the high E string, 20 on the B, 19, 17 high E. So I'm grabbing that with my index, ring on the 20th fret B, middle middle index on the 19 and 17 on the high E. So 22 with the pinky on the high E, and then down to 17 on the B string. So, and then it ends with this little tag. So that's 15, 14 on the high E, 15 on the B, 16 G, and then 12. I like to play this E here instead of here because it puts me back in position to start the sequence over. 12th fret on the high E. So, okay, let's put that ascending portion now together at a slow tempo. I did the whole thing, do that 3 times and then tie all that together. Like I said, a little tricky to play, but really fun to experiment with that. So make sure to check that out. Now that goes into the first part of the riff. And I've seen some live footage of them playing this. You can't see Richie playing this part here, which is why I'm not 100% where with the fingerings here. What do you think? The notes are right, but I'm not sure on the fingerings on some of these parts here, because you can play them in a couple different places. But they're behind kind of a curtain on the stage around the drum riser, and then all you hear is that intro, and then the curtain gets lifted, and the riff comes out, and it starts like this. And it's just, that first part is just, we're playing an E at the 7th fret, along with the low E, so now the next part starts like this. Four times. Okay, and then after that's where the vocals come in. So what this is pull off from 10 to 7 on the A string, and then the low E strings. So low E, do it again, and then you're just playing downstrokes there on the low E string. 3 times on the 4 times on that D5 power chord there. 5th fret A string, 7th fret D. So all of that slows. And we're going to repeat that 4 times. Okay, we're going to slide off on that E5 power chord. There's a little effect that reminds me of something off Turbo Lover. A little kind of a whooshing effect. It's really cool. But then the band comes in. So now when the riff starts, Rob Halford starts singing, the riff morphs a little bit to this. And that leads into the chorus. So let me show you. So it's just kind of a modified way to play the previous riff, a little quicker. And so this time we're going 10-7 pull off on the A, and then the low E again. 4 of those. And then 4 on the D5. And you do that twice, okay? So we're going to do is that same idea, but we're going to move it with an open A string. We're going to play 10-7 on the D. And then we're going to do this little single note thing. So 10-7 on the D, open A string. 4 times on that. And then we're going to play 12 on the D and then the A string, 10 on the D and then the A string. So okay, so here's what we have so far. And then we're going to play this. This is really cool. So it's 9 on the D, 10 A, 10 low E. Play it twice, and then the third time you just play from the D string to the A string. Like that. Then move it down and play 7, 9, 10 on the D, A, and low E. Kind of outlining a C chord there. From a D to a C. Okay, and it's the same thing, same picking pattern, playing alternate picking. And I'm muting. And then the whole thing repeats, and then we go to the chorus. So let me do that. Let me repeat it, and then I'll go into the chorus part and show you that. Alright, that's the second break. Whole thing repeats. Verse, chorus, you get the idea, right? So this chorus is super cool, and it's D5 to E5, slide it up, and then once you get to the E, pick it 2 more times. And then low E twice. And then go 8, 7, 8 back to 7 with the slide. And then play it, slide that back, 8 to 7, and then pick the 7 again twice. Okay, so. And then after that, just slide up from 5 to 7, the D to the E. Okay, so that slow is. The 2 open E's there. Then you're going to play this. So the last part of the riff is pull off 10 to 7 like we have been doing on the A, low E, 7 on the D string, and then 2 low E's, and then 8 on the D string. That's our flat 5. So there's a low E there too, and then we go to this. And so here's our B flat chord, 6th fret and 8th fret on the low E and the A. 3 times there, 1, 2, 3. once on A, once on G, and then you're back to the... A little quicker. Cool. And that's the main parts of Panic Attack. Hope you enjoyed that killer album. If you haven't heard this album yet, go check it out, man. It's a great record from the Mighty Priest. I'm a big fan of Richie Faulkner. Obviously, of the band Judas Priest, one of my favorite all-time metal bands. But Richie Faulkner, man, this guy is the real deal. Great guitar player. I know they're on tour now, so if they come around my neck of the woods, I'm definitely going to see them. Hope you do as well. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. And if you're interested, go over to Patreon and get the tab for this and get cracking. There's a lot of cool stuff on here. Bunch of other great stuff on this album too, and the previous album Firepower, which I think I'm going to take a look at, including maybe some solo work from Mr. Faulkner. So we'll get to that very soon. In the meantime, enjoy this. I'll see you next time. Rock on.